Hey guys, it's Elizabeth. It's The Naked Truth, and I'm here with Christian Haney.
Hello.
So good to see you. She was our first guest when the YouTube switchover happened, and it happened a week early, so I was not prepared, so we had to reschedule her. And yeah, so now she's back. Thank you for being so accommodating, Christian.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
And Gastric Tiger should be joining us shortly, but you know, I like to start right at 5 o'clock, and his computer's running a little slow, so he should be jumping in just a minute. So before I get started with community celebrations, which there are like 9 million of them because we didn't do a show last week, can you give us just your basic backstory on your surgery?
Yeah, I had VSG in September 2011, so a little over 5 years now. My highest starting weight was 264. And my lowest, I got the goal in about 8 months, and my goal was 160. And I think I maintained it about 159 for the first 2 or 3 years. And then between the stress of wedding and ankle surgery, I've had some regain. So I'm probably at about 185 now.
Well, now what was your starting weight again? Sorry, I was
264.
I'm dealing with the stupid cat who is always in my way, and I'm afraid he's gonna break or spill something. Scott, are you here? I see your face. Okay, so I'm gonna jump into community celebrations real quick, and then hopefully by the time we're done with that, there he is. Oh, he's dressed like an elf again.
Yep.
Hey, Scott, how's it going?
Hey.
Oh.
Okay, I think you may be on a little bit of a delay.
I might be. I think I'm gonna log.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please do, because you're really
log back on.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm eating. Yeah, sorry. Okay, community celebrations. We weren't here last week, and since then, Patty had her plastic surgery, which she's doing great. I went to see her yesterday, and the difference between this year and last year is last year she was repeating herself a lot. She would be telling me the same things over and over again. She's not doing that. She only did it once so far. Okay. But she looks great. Amy also had her last chemo on Friday, which is awesome. So hopefully that's behind her and she can get on with her reconstructive plastic surgery. And I have to announce that I'm wearing the new sweater of the weight loss surgery community. Christian, did you know what the old sweater of the weight loss surgery community was?
No.
Did you know what the last year's sweater of the weight loss surgery community was?
No.
Okay, I guess it's all in our own head, but probably there were like 5 or 6 of us who had this sweater, and it was gray and it was off the shoulder. And I'm actually sending mine to Lindsay. I was supposed to do it already, but I haven't. But this is the new one. Amy got it in Alabama. I think it's super cute, and she sent me one. So you guys, Kohl's, get the new sweater of the weight loss surgery community.
You'll have to send me a picture of it.
I will. Amy probably, it's like, it like ties up the front. Amy probably wears something under it. I didn't know. So, okay, other community celebrations. Let's see. Tracy Keith got her surgery date and insurance approval. She's having her surgery on January 24th. Sarah Robeson is still in the 220s, which is awesome. So this is the lowest weight she's seen in quite a while. And she has been like making daily videos since I think I started doing it in August, and I think she was doing it. And she's been doing almost daily videos since then.
No, I'm so far behind.
Which is kind of crazy. Stephen Lang, Stephen had his surgery on December 13th and has lost 9 pounds so far. He's in Canada, and he had a really long process getting to surgery. Margaret Lewis completed her 6-month supervised diet, and it's submitted to insurance, so she's just waiting now for her date. Tara Shorten Sleevey is down 75 pounds, which is awesome. She's 8.5 months out, and hopefully she is going to get some Bluetooth headphones for Christmas so her kids don't hear me say the F word so much. Lynn Furlong got her surgery on Tuesday, December 13th. Everything went well. Lindley VSG, who we met at OH, she lives in Seattle near Perk. Wednesday is her 6-month surgiversary, And it is also Nikki Newman's and Peggy Pizzera Cook's 6-month anniversary. So congratulations, you guys. Wow, there are a lot. Penny Dettenberg has seen 169 2 days in a row. She's been in the 170s since August, so that's awesome. I never see Wonderland for 2 days in a row. I've seen it multiple times for one day. She's down 111 pounds in 14 months. Esther Royas finally reached 50 pounds, gone forever. And it was confirmed that the mass in her liver is just an extra 6 centimeters of fat, 100% benign. So that's great. Precious VSG had her surgiversary November 2nd. She had her gallbladder removed December 5th. She's 130 pounds down. She posted some pictures from her Christmas party over the weekend. She looks freaking amazing. Michelle VSG, her surgery date is January 4th. After 6 months of supervised weight loss, she's lost 31 pounds. Her YouTube channel is Hello VSG 2016. And she had a really good looking steak for dinner last night. I saw on Instagram and I was like, I want some of that. Lorraine Catherine Brasteter has a 30 BMI and is eligible for plastics. Melissa in Tennessee VSG is 1 month post-op and has lost 11 pounds since her 2-week post-op, so a total of 22 in the first month. VSG Britt Brat, who I met in Chicago last weekend and who is just absolutely delightful and classy and amazing. She beat obesity and then she didn't because her period is an asshole. So Michelle Purcell has a surgery date of January 11th after 6 months of supervised nutrition. And during that time, she lost 75 pounds, which is amazing. Congratulations. Yeah. Tina Watkins Goldsworthy, our friend Tina from Australia, who doesn't know who any of the YouTubers are, and so is being introduced to lots of people via The Naked Truth. She had an NSV. Her husband and eldest son didn't recognize her last week, and she is finally under 90 kilograms, sitting at 88.2 this morning. So that's awesome. Takesha Positive Girl Gets Fit will be 4 years post-op gastric bypass on Monday, December 19th. She's been in maintenance since 2013, which is awesome. Rob VSG, his 2-year surgiversary is December 17th. And hold on, I'm going to go to my messages really quick because somebody sent me a message, and she was the very first one, and I wanted to see what she said. So Tina Tomlin, I can't remember what her YouTube name was. She hasn't made YouTube videos in a while. She lives in Albuquerque, but yesterday was her 3-year surgiversary. She's lost 103 pounds, kept it off, no regain, and weighs 127 pounds. I like you, Tina, but you know. Okay, I do like you, Tina. She wants to come from Albuquerque and visit Patty and I, which would be delightful. But could you like get in the 130s before you do that? I'm just saying. So, how's your guys' weeks been?
Oh, we're iced in here.
Oh God.
Yeah, so we got to go to Star Wars on Friday, and pretty much as soon as that was over, it started sleeting and icing, and it's been, you know, I think we had about a 1/4 inch of ice, and now we have snow on top of it. So
where do you live, Scott? I know.
Missouri.
Missouri.
So yeah, so middle of Missouri.
So I was in Chicago last weekend, and I think I was one of like 3 planes that actually got out Sunday morning, which was really awesome because I had an important meeting on Monday. But it was like it had not snowed that much. I was like, why is the whole airport shut down?
Yeah, well, those runways can get a little slick.
Well, I got out, so it was fun to walk in the snow. I had never, I don't think, walked in the snow when it was actually snowing.
Wow.
So I was like,
Georgia never gets snow. All we get is ice, so we don't want no part of that here. Yeah,
see, Christian's in Georgia, and I'm from North Carolina and grew up there. It's like you very rarely got snow. If it snowed, you didn't go to school. If it flurried, you didn't go to school.
Yeah, well, I work in a hospital, so we don't have that option. You're required to go, which means risking your life and totaling your car to get to work. So keep that snow up there with you, Scott.
Yep, sure will.
You guys, Scott, will you guys go to work? Will you and Bridget go to work tomorrow? Is it a?
Yeah, we'll be going to work tomorrow. It should be clearer in the morning. Normally by now the streets will have been treated, but yeah, we'll go to work tomorrow. I need to drop Bridget off before I go to a dentist appointment in the morning. So I may not be going to work because my whole face will be numb.
So do you want to just really quickly let us know what's going on chat? It looks like it's
there's a lot going on chat.
Crazy, guys.
Yeah. So lots of people here. Kim New Life at 49, VSG Wave Watcher 67 IG.
That's a long name, Kim. Come on.
It is.
You need to do us a favor and shorten that.
Yeah. So Amy's on here. It's good to see you, Amy.
Yes, Amy.
Tara Thrives. The World According to Michelle.
Okay, if you don't follow The World According to Michelle on Instagram, you have to. I'm a total fangirl of hers. So anyway, the same.
Okay. Teeny Tiny Tummy for Christine is on here. Coggle TM, or Coggy TM, excuse me. The High Fiber Diet. Jim, it's
Coggy is trademarked. Sorry.
Yeah, this is what it looks like. Coggy. Okay. Jim's on here. It's good to have you on here. Stephen Lang. Tina's VSG Chit Chat. Losing It for Me 42. Let's see. Jennifer Bleacher is joining us tonight.
Jennifer, hey.
Hey.
Oh wait, Christian. So Christian is married to another weight loss surgery patient, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But what is he doing on chat? I thought he was sorting his sock drawer tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't organize nothing. He's full of shit. So
yeah, that's funny. Okay, Sleeved After 60. Indria VSG, and I think
SVSG track. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of people watching.
There's a lot of people
awesome.
watching.
I figured nobody would be watching because it's like the last holiday shopping weekend, so I figured it'd be like ghost town. So that's awesome.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
So tell us. So Christian does make videos. You haven't made videos the whole way through, though, have you?
No, I just started actually right before the countdown to Nashville when the Waffles did that. That's kind of when I started, and then when me and Jim started our Operation Ghost, which was get our shit together to get our regain. That's kind of when my video started because I'm not out about my surgery as far as my coworkers go, so I kind of have slowly gotten away from caring as much. So in the beginning, I had nothing to do with any of the groups or YouTube or any of it.
So, and Jim doesn't make videos either, really. And I guess
he's never made a video.
I know. And I'm like, how did I even hear about you guys? And was he on like Fat Kings or something?
Yeah, he's been on his goal is to be on every show there is, but to never create his own video.
there's only one show now, and it's this one, I think.
All of them have quit, huh?
But so yeah, it's like how did we all get to know Jim if he didn't make videos? How did he get?
He lives on Facebook and stalks all the groups and makes it his personal mission in life to educate the world and argue with people, I guess.
Okay. Well, and he's pretty funny too.
Yeah.
And he likes Jack in the Box.
Yes, that he does. I wasn't a big fan, but okay. I prefer In-N-Out.
Yeah, well, In-N-Out's way better than Jack in the Box, though.
Exactly.
There is no doubt about that. So tell us a little bit about your history with being overweight. Were you overweight your whole life?
No, I actually didn't get to be overweight for probably college, and I got on the Depo-Provera shot, birth control shot, and I instantly started gaining an uncontrollable amount of weight. And I think by the time we figured out what was causing the weight gain, it had already messed up my metabolism so much that at that point it kept going uphill and uphill. So maybe in college.
That's interesting. I mean, I know. I don't know if it was Depo-Provera, but I know part of Lindsay's regain had to do with birth control, which is interesting.
Oh, yeah. I gained a lot. Like I had all kinds of issues, had that part of my cervix removed. Like it just messed everything up. So, and then after that, you're in college, you're studying, and at that point you don't even care. And I kept on steadily gaining. And I spent a long time with a personal trainer trying to lose weight and, do it what I thought was the right way. But after about a year, I'd only lost 20 pounds, and he pretty much told me that something's not right. And they checked all my labs and pretty much told me I was going to fight an uphill battle. So I went ahead and gave in and had the VSG.
And so you did that in Georgia? Or
yeah.
From there? Uh-huh. And what was your process pre-op to get?
My surgery, my insurance required, I think 6 months of going to see doctors. But if you, I think I did it in 3 months, because I think if you went, it was 6 months if you went every other month. But if you went every single month to see the doctor, nutritionist, and they made me see like an exercise therapist, then you could do surgery. But I really wound up waiting 4 months because I submitted the paperwork like a week early. So the insurance denied it because I wasn't a full 90 days. So about 4 months it took me to have the surgery.
So VSG was pretty new back then, wasn't it? Like 2011, you were saying?
Yeah, I guess it probably was. I mean, I don't know, Jim's at 7 years out, so I guess it's been around for a few years before that. But
yeah, and I always forget that Jim had VSG because he started out at what was his starting weight?
It was close to 600 pounds.
Yeah, so I think I always find, I mean, even at my low weight of 400 pounds, that I had VSG and was successful, sort of. I think it's a little unusual, and for him to be at 600, were they thinking about doing a DS later?
I think they originally were, but he lost so much that he didn't need the second part. His surgeon is, if I could do it over again, I would fly to California and use his surgeon. His surgeon makes like super small sleeves. Like I can eat double what he eats. Friends I have went to Mexico and had surgery, and they seem to have around the same sleeve size as him. So his doctor just makes really small sleeves. And
well, so Jim knows the research. What does he say when you say that? Because it's not so much about the sleeve size. And I know Jim is. What does he say when you say that?
I don't know. He calls me Biggie Sleeves. That's his nickname for me. But because I can't really eat double, but I can eat quite a bit more than him, and I can lay down and go to sleep afterwards. Where he's all like, I can't lay down for a few hours, and I'm kind of glad mine's not that small.
He can't lay down after he eats.
No, he can't lay. Like he'll eat, and then I'll be like, "Don't you be eating? We're going to bed in like an hour." And because I know that an hour and a half later he can't go to sleep, where I can lay down and go right. I can eat and go right to sleep unless it's like steak or something really heavy. If he really can't.
If I push the limits on mine, I will like fall asleep standing up.
Oh no, he can't. He has to stay sitting up. If he lays down, he gets real bad reflux. So I'm kind of glad I got Biggie Sleeves because it doesn't interfere with me doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, I know there were a bunch of questions on Facebook pre us starting.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have those or if there are some on chat if you want to.
There haven't been any on chat that I've seen yet, but I can look up the ones on Facebook.
Just chatting. So, yep. Okay. So, well, so Jim didn't make videos. You didn't make videos. I want to know how you met it. Like one of the 3 single male weight loss surgery patients who's actually a nice guy and got married to him and had him move all the way across the country for you.
We were actually on obesity help. Back when we started, obesity help was a huge thing. So we met on obesity.
Tell people who may not know what obesity help is.
It was just kind of like a website with forums, and he claims you could chat back then, but when I was on it, there was no chatting. It was just more posting in groups and posting your bio. So it's kind of like the Facebook of the weight loss world. So I saw him on there, and he was real active. And actually, a friend flew him out to Georgia we had a weight loss meet and greet here. So that's when I actually met him. But at the time I had a boyfriend. I really didn't pay him any attention. He was kind of hitting on me and trying to get my attention, but I really paid him no attention. But we did become Facebook friends after that and kind of chit chat.
Jim was a creepy stalker at a weight loss surgery meet and greet. Is that what you're saying?
No. A married woman paid to fly him down here to see him, and
right. I remember that. I've heard that story.
So he flew down and to come to our little party that we had. There really wasn't that many people there, honestly, and so that's how we met. And then after that, it was just more communication through Facebook. And then I think he said he was interested in being a nurse and wanted my phone number because he thought since I was in healthcare, I'm automatically a nurse. So that's how he, tried to get my phone number and we started talking.
He should be really grateful that he's married to you now because.
Yeah, he's about to be 50, so I told him it's time to send him back to California and trade him in for a younger model because he's getting old.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
And wait a minute, I may have to take offense at that, Christian.
It's not that. It's just there's a big age difference. He doesn't look it to me, though, but I always joke with him when he gets 50 that his family's got to pay me more money to put up with him or I'm going to send him back.
I would have. Well, he's a good cook, too.
He is a good cook, but that can be a downfall at times, too. But luckily, he knows how to modify everything and make it healthy, so.
So for some reason, Dale Cooper has decided he wants to actually be a guest on the show tonight. You probably can't see him because
no, he's blending in with that new sweater.
He's so sweet. Okay, do we have any Facebook questions, Scott?
All right, we had a couple. One is from Gretchen. She wanted to know, Christian, did you have an aha moment when you realized that weight loss surgery was the right route for you?
I think it was just after spending a year of working with a trainer. It was like $300 a month, and at the end, I'd only lost 20 pounds, and I felt like I was going nowhere. So it was just kind of like, okay, enough's enough. Let's just do this. And I don't think I was ever really scared or anything. I was just, let's do it. I did research some, but I probably didn't research as much as some people do. I was just ready to, let's get it over with.
Yep.
So how long did it take you to get down to your low, what you said was like 160 something?
Yeah, I hit goal, I think, at 8 months.
I almost said another bad word. Sorry.
I will say that I never cheated or did anything, though.
Huh?
I was very strict. Like, I literally started climbing Stone Mountain probably 4 or 5 days a week, living in the gym. I didn't eat alcohol. I didn't cheat. I think I probably at 6 months had a bite of a brownie, and I was curled in bed in tears, like, in so much pain that really? I never, I was in so much pain. It was horrible.
If you ate a brownie now?
Oh no. Now I'm like the cookie and sweet monster. I can eat anything. It doesn't bother. Now I will say after the Operation Ghost, where we had 4 months of absolutely, like, we didn't cheat at all for 4 months. We didn't have alcohol. So when we did, yes, it did start to make me feel a little nauseous just because it had been so long without it.
I hardly have ever felt, Scott, I was asking somebody this. Do you have sleeve or RNY?
I'm RNY.
You're RNY. Okay. So do you have sensitivity to sweets?
It depends. It's the way I put it is it's sort of like playing Russian roulette. Sometimes you do, and when you do, it's bad, and lots of times you don't. So it's kind of just random.
Yeah, really, like, where I could say I, like, literally got sick from too much. Like, the first time I had ice cream doesn't sit. I mean, I can't do ice cream or frozen yogurt much at all.
Yeah, ice cream still upsets me a little bit with lactose intolerant.
Yeah, but, like, the cookies, the cake, the whatever, I can kind of eat. I mean, I don't have them because I could eat forever. But you know what I had yesterday that I don't think I'd had since surgery that really did start to make me feel sick? And I think it's because it was jelly beans. I think it's just basically like straight sugar in them.
Oh, yeah.
Too much in them.
Yeah, well, that first brownie, I was literally curling a ball. I think we went to Chattanooga, and it was the first time I'd ever had a bite, and I was in bed, like, in tears, crying, and said I would never do that again. It hurt so bad.
And did you ever do it again, Chris?
Oh, of course. Most people wonder, do I eat well versus not eat sweets? Because, cupcakes, all that's my downfall.
I think Jim said something or somebody said something about cupcakes in chat.
Cupcakes, chocolate, sweets. And it's funny because pre-op, I didn't have a sweet addiction. It was more of French fries and stuff like that, where now I don't even mess with. I like French fries, but I'm not addicted to them the way I was before. Now it's like sweets.
I went into McDonald's and got McDonald's French fries yesterday.
I love them, but I get heartburn. They just don't sit well. Like, before, I could probably eat, like, supersized fry, which I've been told they don't have supersized no more. I obviously haven't been to McDonald's in a long time. But now I get, like, a small and eat half of it, and I just get real bad heartburn. I just feel like I don't know. It doesn't sit well.
It had probably been more than a year since I had McDonald's French fries, but I was coming back from Patty's and I had to go to the bathroom and McDonald's was there and I was like, okay, I'll stop. And French fries sound really good and they were so good.
The smell of it will get you every time.
They were really, really, really good. Anything
All
going on in chat?
We had another couple of questions on Facebook. Jody was asking, did you have any stalls that lasted a long time? How long, and if so, how do you get through it, and what do you think you did to break out of it?
Oh, God, I'm over 5 years out, so to remember the exact dates, I couldn't tell you, but yeah, I could probably tell you I had many of stalls, and I mean, it's common, even like right when we try to get back on track, when we were trying to lose weight, we would stall for a week or two, but you just have to just keep doing what you're doing, and don't get frustrated and give in and eat junk. Just keep doing what you're doing every day, keep tracking every day, and you know, if nothing, measurements I think are better because the scale doesn't always move, but you know, stalls, even at 5 years out, when I'm trying to lose regain, I still get stalls. That's common with anybody.
Well, and I think some people are steady losers, and some people are stair-step losers. I was one of those where, you know, I'd drop off, you know, 4 or 5 pounds overnight, then I go for 2 or 3 weeks and not have anything, and then drop another 4 or 5 pounds.
That's the same way.
Patty and I had surgery a day apart, and she was like a stair-step, and then I was like a just consistent until I stopped, and then I haven't done consistently anything.
I've kind of been a little of both. I went down, and then I just plateaued for a long time, and then stair steps. So, I mean, I've kind of been a little of both, but I'm the same way. Like, I can look at a cookie, and the scale jumps 6 pounds, and it's like, really? I didn't gain 6 pounds from that cookie, but my body will just go crazy. So I try not to let that bother me. Stalls bother me. The scale bother you. You have to go with measurements and just how your clothes fit.
So people on chat are talking a little bit about Pound a Cure, and I just want to throw that out for those of you who may not know. Dr. Matthew Weiner, and I have his card sitting in front of me. I met him at one of the conferences, and he said he would be on the show. I need to reach out to him and get him scheduled. But he's a bariatric surgeon in Michigan who also wrote a book called The Pound a Cure that I know several people are following. I think the idea is that you eat a pound of vegetables a day, I guess I'm just curious if either of you guys have done that or what your diets are kind of right now.
I absolutely hate vegetables, so that would never, ever work. I don't like vegetables. Never going to happen. Pre-op, I used to literally like blend my vegetables just because my trainer's like, you have to get vegetables in. So what do we eat? I mean, we literally eat eggs for breakfast every single morning. An omelet or an egg sandwich. We have the little sandwich thins. They're like 50 calories, and they're pretty low in carbs, so we'll just do half of that with some eggs and cheese.
Does Jim cook breakfast every day?
Yes, every single morning. I'll text him when I'm on the way home from my gym and tell him I need my breakfast. So I'm spoiled in that sense with my chef.
I wouldn't kick him out just yet. He posts stuff that looks so good.
He packs my lunch and dinner every day. So I'm spoiled in that sense. I hate to cook. Like, if it doesn't go in the microwave, I don't make it. And before he came along, I was a crock pot queen because I don't cook. So I'm spoiled in that sense. But I'm picky. I don't like a lot of things. So anyways, he's not picky. I am. We tend to go through the same like 6 or 7 meals and just rotate them over and over, honestly.
And so are you a high protein, low carb? I mean, when you're on track and everything.
When I'm on track, yeah, I try to keep when I'm trying to lose, like when we were doing the Operation Ghost all summer, I try to keep my carbs below 40. And protein, I guess it probably was between 70 and 90. I wasn't as focused on the protein as much as trying to just keep the carbs low, because carbs really, really like make me gain weight, and it makes me have cravings really bad. So
yeah, me too. Yeah. So one of the reasons that I asked Christian to be on the show was she and Jim were in Nashville, which was like in May, and I was so impressed. So you were like what, 4 years?
Probably only a little over 4 years out.
And you had put on some regain, which was about how much? 20 pounds or something?
Oh God, no. I got up to I think 208. So that's 45, 50 pounds regain.
And they came back from Nashville and started what they called Project Ghost, which was get our shit together. And I was just so impressed. And I think that was when you started making videos, right?
Yeah, kind of, because I'd done a countdown to Nashville, so I'd done a few videos before that, but that's when I became a weekly videos, because I felt like it was holding me accountable, being more part of the community than, not sharing it. So it helped me a lot more.
I think it's kind of funny because Jim just said on chat that you wouldn't eat a pound of vegetables in a year.
No, I probably haven't in the whole 4 years we've been together. What is he talking about? Yeah, I don't do vegetables. He makes makes me eat the carrot sticks with like the Greek yogurt ranch for snack, and I'm just like, ugh, I'd rather starve. I'm not eating it.
But the most important thing that he said, and he's been answering, he's like the guy who's answering everybody's questions, but the most important thing he said so far is that he has pulled pork in the crock pot right now, and I really want some.
He does too. It smells so good. I come home and I want it, and he smacks my hand like, it's not ready, get away.
Oh, pulled pork is the best.
Well, we had went last night to a barbecue place, and now I've been craving more barbecue ever since. And he makes like a really healthy one with, a light amount of sauce. So,
okay, Jim, post the recipe in chat or Facebook or somewhere and let us know, because I may actually make that this week, because not this week because it's Christmas. But so anyway, you got back on track. You came back from Nashville. You got back on track, and what did that look like for you?
I went straight back to basics, like logging everything on my FitnessPal, working out 4 to 5 days a week, getting in I have a Fitbit at work, so that we participate at work with challenges through the Fitbit. So I make sure I get my 10,000 steps a day, getting in, 96 ounces of water, and just we literally cut out all alcohol. We cut out pretty much all sweets, junk, chips, cookies. We had slowly crept into bad habits. We had spent, we go out with friends a lot. We go out to eat, and we're real social. So it led to, drinks here and there, appetizers, and just junk. So we literally told all of our friends, we will see you. We're having a sober summer. We're going to be the boring friends this summer. If you want us to go out to eat with you, it has to be somewhere healthy, and we're not being bad. So we pretty much cut out, we were saving for our trip to Maine. So it helped financially and with our weight. We pretty much cut out doing everything all the bad habits, and went back to the healthy lifestyle.
Well, that's awesome. And so how much weight did you lose during those 4 months?
I think it was 25 pounds, I think.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So I just want to, because everybody on chat's talking about food, because that's what weight loss surgery patients do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Teeny tiny tummy for Christine, who I also saw in Chicago last week and looks great. And who is also, I think she's like 6 months further out than me. So she's probably like 3 years post-op. She's recently lost like 20 pounds, and I just love
That's awesome.
But she's making lentil and mushroom soup, which also sounds good. It doesn't sound as good as pulled pork, but do we have some questions from Wendy Allison? I can see that she's posting, but I can't read what.
I didn't see any questions. Lots of comments.
I think she's in the Naked Truth, but page, because I'm not looking at that.
I think I just became Facebook friends with her today. Is she the one from Australia?
Yep.
Yeah. So what's your YouTube name, Christian?
I think it's Mrs. Haney. I could be wrong. I don't know. Let me look.
I think that's right too, because I
think it's Mrs. Haney.
I had all these comments from my video.
And I will say I get a lot of friends requests on my personal Facebook, and it's nothing personal, but I do not accept anybody on my personal Facebook that I haven't met in person, just because I have a lot of coworkers and family and personal information on there. So I created an entire separate weight loss one that, and I know the names are almost the same, but I have the middle initial V for VSG.
On your, okay, that's it.
On the weight loss one, yeah.
I didn't tag you because I wasn't sure which one was which.
Oh, it's okay. I have tag approval, so if you tagged it, I would just hit deny. But
I didn't tag you in any of this because I wasn't sure. But and just so you guys know, that's true for me as well. I don't know, Scott, how do you still have like a gastric tiger Facebook?
I don't know. I've flown under Facebook's radar with that.
But I have a Liz Kilpatrick, which is my weight loss surgery one, and then my regular one is Elizabeth, and I do occasionally get friend requests on that. And again, if I haven't met you in person or feel like I really know you through social media, I usually don't accept friend requests. But my WLS one is way more interesting than my regular one, just saying. So Scott, you started something this week that I just wanted to talk about that sounded a little familiar to me.
Sure.
What was that? I think it's great, but do you want to talk about that for a second?
Well, it's what I'm calling the Small Steps Project. After talking to a lot of people in this community and just thinking about my journey and what made me successful, I decided to go back to basics. And
oh no, he froze. Are you there?
Okay.
So, are you there, Scott?
Okay, yeah, I stalled there for a second. I'm
okay,
here now.
so you're going back to basics. That's where you cut off.
So, and decided to take one habit at a time and take as long as I need on those one habits until I get all my habits back to the way I want them.
And that's what I've been preaching forever, because that's what I did pre-op. What's your first habit?
Getting back to the gym.
Okay. Yeah. And so what's your goal as far as that goes?
I'm shooting for 3 days a week. This week it didn't happen because we had an ice storm, but I got in 2 days earlier in the week before everything went crazy. So that's going to be the habit I'm working on again this week.
To me, that's the biggest one, because if I don't go to the gym, I feel like I eat junk. Where if I'm at the gym and you realize, oh my God, it's not worth that cookie, seeing how long it takes me to burn it. Like, I honestly, the moment I stopped going to the gym, I stopped tracking and I stopped doing everything. Like, just going to the gym makes me like get rid of every other habit.
It's like going to work. If you just had a credit card and you could just spend it on whatever you wanted, that's a little bit different than having to go to work and actually earn money.
Exactly.
It's sort of like earning calories.
Well, see, and I decided, instead of waiting until after the holidays, I started my trainer. I hit him up the other day, and we are starting back this week. And I'm like, because he was like, you don't want to wait till after the holidays? I'm like, no, I can gain 10 pounds between now and the holidays. Like, let's start. I've got to, get back on track, because, people that don't know, I haven't been to the gym in a while because, we had a trip to Maine and then Jim's family came down and then my dad passed. So there's been so much going on that I feel like I've almost undone the 4 months that I did over the summer. So it's time to get back on track again.
I mean, I know you posted that you were really sore, and I'm going to be really sore when I go back to like that kind of training. My trainer is having issues with moving to a gym and is learning to improve. So whatever, eventually I will get back to that, and I may do body pump in the interim, but your body's going to readapt to that, really.
I hope so, because I've been working out at home, and then I did a few Zumba classes trying to get used to it, but I'm like ready to die. It's like you don't use it, you lose it. Like, I feel like I've lost all my stamina. So,
but it'll come back. So I completed C to 5K finally after like the 10th attempt, like a month ago. And now I'm doing 5K to 10K. And I set the goal, my like one small step, which Amy thinks is, because I'm always on people about setting too many goals for themselves that are too ambitious. And then because I just think building up success is really important, and starting to just trust yourself that you can keep your word to yourself about what you're going to do. It's really important. And Amy said that I overdid it with this one, but I want to do 100 days straight working out. So I'm on day 5 today, and I ran almost 3 miles today for the first time, which was
awesome.
Awesome.
But last night I didn't want to go. So I'm on the 5K to 10K. On the C to 5K, I was doing every day twice, and I was running every day. But on the 5K to 10K, I'm just a little worried about my joints and getting hurt, and I don't want to like push it that hard. So I'm running one day and then like walking at big intervals one day, or a big incline. But I didn't want to go to the gym last night. So the Bolsa Chica wetlands are right behind my house. And so I went and like I would run for 3 minutes, walk for 3 minutes, run for 3 minutes. And I guess I need to up my treadmill speed, because I walked half of it and I had about the same mileage as I did at the gym. So I guess I need to go faster. But working out makes me just feel better.
Yeah.
It does. It changes your overall mood and just energy.
Yeah. So, Christian, what's it like being married to another weight loss surgery patient?
I mean, it's got its ups and downs, because we're both, if we're both one's off track, you tend to influence the other one. But overall, I think it's good because he understands. So, like some people who, like I have friends who've had weight loss surgery, yet their husband eats anything and everything because their husband's super skinny and don't understand. So I'm glad that we don't have that, because he does understand, and we can say, let's do this together, and then you don't have to worry about, the insecurities or loose skin. All those type things aren't really issues. So it's got its advantages more than it does its negatives.
Yeah. Do we have any chat or Facebook questions, Scott?
I'm not seeing any. The chat's going crazy, but no questions. Just everybody's chatting with each other.
Tim says that he doesn't run, well, only on special occasions when he's being chased by Godzilla or Bigfoot.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him run.
Does that happen often?
No.
So how did did you find a change in your relationships with your family, friends, or coworkers after you lost weight?
Not really. Everybody was very accepting. I only have one friend who I noticed a difference, and she was more like making comments like, I'm the fat friend now, or she was upset because now the majority of the friends I hang out with are weight loss people. Like our entire wedding, like two of my bridesmaids, the person who married us, they were all weight loss people. So I think they started to take offense that I was spending more time with them, but it wasn't because of that. It was just she lived far away, and now we've got, people that are understand. So I would say one relationship was affected, but overall, most people were supportive and they weren't as jealous as I expected. Although a lot of them are, watching everything you eat and asking, can you eat this and that, which is annoying. But overall,
friends ask you if you need to eat a certain thing.
Like my mom would be real bad. Like, you're not supposed to be eating that, are you?
Yeah. Mothers are different.
Yeah.
A couple people are asking for you to repeat your stats because they missed them in the beginning. So
my starting weight was 264 and my goal was 160. And I maintained my goal for probably the first 2 or 3 years. And then, like I said, I had ankle surgery, which put on some weight. And then now I'm probably at about 185. I was at about 173 before all this with my dad dying. So my goal is to get back down. I don't know that I'll ever get back down to 160. But as long as I get back down and stay in the 170s, I'm fine with that. My ankle surgery really messed things up. I can never jog again. I can't hike again. There's a lot of things I can't do. So
how did you hurt your ankle, or was it?
They don't know. I had broken bones kind of floating around in there, and it was getting stuck in the joint and causing it to pop. But honestly, I think it was my trainer pre-op, because he used to make me run up and down the stairs carrying weights and doing all kinds of stuff that I shouldn't have been doing at 264 pounds, because I've had knee injury and a ankle injury. So I'm limited. Before I used to hike Stone Mountain literally 2 or 3 days a week. I used to, I could jog, I could do things that I'm never going to be able to do again. So I'm fine with not getting down that low, because it would require a lot more work and I can't risk injuring myself. So
yeah, and that's what I try to be, because it would I don't want to hurt myself and not be able to
exactly,
do it, because I think that would really screw me. So several people on chat are talking about having lost friends because of their weight loss and that they're no longer the fat friend. I haven't really experienced that, but I guess maybe it's because I just sort of had acquaintances before and I didn't have friends who were overweight, really. I mean, I was the fat friend, and now all my friendships are in the weight loss surgery community. So
I don't think I lost friends, but they did make comments like, now I'm the fat friend.
Right? Have you experienced that, Scott? How is that for guys, or that's?
I haven't experienced that at all, really. I mean, a lot of my friends that I was close to in high school got to be bigger guys later on, so we sort of met in the middle, which was cool. But I never really had like the acquaintance type friends. I had the friends that if you're my friend, you are my friend. You're like family. So
yeah, that's how mine are.
Yep.
You know what I have found is that, and I really do get it, is that I think for some of my friends, it's not my non-weight loss surgery friends, it's that I'm a little too happy for them now. I mean, that things are, and my life is not perfect by any means, but I tend to be a positive person, and I find sometimes that people in my regular life get a little irritated with that.
I think that's how mine changed my mom, because pre-op I was way overweight, I smoked, I was miserable, and we would sit out and pretty much smoke and be miserable together. And after surgery, I quit smoking, I became happy, I met somebody, and now it's almost like misery loves company, and I'm not her company no more. So we tend to argue and fight a lot and don't have the same relationship. But as far as all my friends, I don't notice much change.
Yeah, Kim, whose name is too long, Kim's New Life at 49 VSG, Wavecatcher 67 IG.
Wow.
Kim, come on.
Now, which Kim is this? There's lots of Kims in the community.
I don't know that I think she's fairly new. I see her a lot do you do Instagram, Christian?
I do, but I don't do a whole lot of it. It's not like weight loss. It's just friend thing because my coworkers are on it.
Yeah. So, but she says she pushed all her friends away because she hated herself. I just push people away just because they would invite me to do stuff and I would never want to go do it.
Sure.
So what's your, it's the holidays are coming and it's a new year. What's your goal for the next new year?
Just to, get back on track, pretty much start Operation Ghost all over again. We want to, we were supposed to have already started planning for children, and then the ankle surgery put it off, and then the ankle surgery led to regain. And after, I think, Nashville, we were going to, actually after WLFSA, we were supposed to have a kid. So we were like, we're not going to go to next WLFSA.
We're going to go have a kid. Okay.
Yeah. Well, then we got home and we just started talking about it. And I'm like, look, I don't want to get pregnant when I'm 40 pounds overweight, because then I'm going to be back to my pre-op weight. So our goal was to get healthy so that way we can get pregnant, because I don't want to, I want to be cute pregnant, not fat pregnant where people can't tell you're pregnant. So that's our goal in the new year, is to get healthy so that we can start planning a family.
We, somebody needs to just read Jim's comments on chat, because they're really funny.
God only knows.
He said, somebody, I think Indira asked something about you, and he said she was in a relationship with some loser before, but then met some amazing, awesome dude that she's currently with. He kind of looks like The Rock.
I swear, he does. Everywhere we go, he tells people he's related to The Rock or something. He's crazy.
He does.
Yeah, we went to, I think, in Washington, the Wax Museum, and there was The Rock, and he had to make sure he did all these poses with him. I'm like, you were such a big kid. Let's go.
So another thing people have been talking about was WLSFA. Are you guys planning on going next year?
Yes, we've already bought our tickets. We've paid the hotels. Now I just need to figure out when everybody's going, because there's talk about going to Seattle and stuff. So I've been talking to Jennifer and Kevin Mahoney about figuring out when to book flights and what everybody's plan is.
Yeah, I mean,
for those who don't know, WLSFA is the Weight Loss Surgery Foundation of America, and they are one of the 2 organizations that do conferences for weight loss surgery patients. And the one that they're doing this year in May will be in Portland, Oregon. And I'll put it on this video later, but on my regular videos that I do, my update videos, I have a link to buy conference tickets below.
Oh, yeah. See, I bought it literally the week after we came back from Nashville. It was, or where was it, in Nashville last year? I'm getting confused, because we had the other one that was Obesity Health in Raleigh. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, we bought our tickets like a week after we got back. What about you guys? Are y'all going?
Oh yeah, we will be there. We bought our tickets at WLSFA last year.
See, I wanted to, but we didn't think we were going to go, because our plan was to have kids, so everything's changed, but we bought them.
Well, we kind of had that sort of as a goal too, but life happens.
Exactly.
But yeah, we're gonna be there. I'm not exactly sure when we're going yet either. I need to talk to Jen too.
Yeah, we all need to figure out the plan. Are you going, Liz? I'm sure you're going.
Probably not.
Why not?
Because 2017 is going to be the year I get my financial shit in order, and I have plastic surgery, and I just feel like I would rather spend one-on-one time with people. I mean, if they wanted me to do a panel like I did before, I certainly would, but I haven't heard from anybody. So other than that, probably not, just because.
It is a lot of people all at once. And that was my first event. I've been to Obesity Help, but that was my first WLFSA, and it was a lot of fun, but it was also overwhelming. There were so many people that you're trying to meet, and you don't get as much one-on-one time as you'd like, but it was fun.
It is fun. I mean, it is totally fun. And because Obesity Help is usually in our backyard, I mean, I've been very fortunate since I had surgery, there have been 6 conferences, and 4 of them have been basically in my.
There was one in Atlanta.
Backyard. Yeah.
There was one in Atlanta, and nobody came to it. It was horrible.
Yeah. And Obesity Help is going to be in Long Beach, which is 10 minutes from my house. And it was 10 minutes from my house this year. So I probably will not go to Portland. So Jennifer had asked, am I going? Probably not. And people are talking about making babies in Portland. And Jim is saying that he is going to be raising money for the baby by signing autographs and taking selfies.
Oh, Lord.
$10 each. But conferences are great. I really suggest everybody goes, but I just think I'm going to spend my travel dollars this year on where I can have more intimate time.
Well, that's where we go back and forth, because I love to travel. Traveling is my biggest thing. It's do I want to spend money on vacations, or do I want to go there? And Jim's family lives in California. So it's if we're flying to California, it's to see his family. It's not for conferences. So we decided we'll go to this one, but after this, we won't go to anything else unless it's within driving distance to us, because I would rather spend my money on cruises or something. No offense, but everybody knows, you know, we got extra bedrooms. People are welcome to come visit us, or we'll go out there. But
I mean, I'm surprised I haven't been there since I've known. I mean, I have, but it was right before we went to OH, so I saw you guys there anyway. But I'm from North Carolina. My mom's from Lawrenceville.
Oh, okay. Well, I went to high school in Lawrenceville. It's right down the street.
So I'm usually there like every 2 years. And my son actually is applying to college in Asheville because he really loves it there. So
yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful there.
Yeah. I love the Biltmore.
You know, I have never been there, and we were just saying we were going to go look at the Christmas lights, so we might possibly do that.
It's worth it for sure.
Yeah. When I was like, I don't know, like 12 or something, my grandparents took me on a tour there, and I was like, do they have a kid that I could marry so I could live here?
Exactly. I think it's 2 or 3 hours from us, so that's probably why I've never been, because I don't like driving without staying the night. So
people are asking about, do most people take their non-weight loss surgery spouses with them to WLSFA? So you don't have a non-weight loss surgery spouse, Christian. I don't have a spouse, but Scott.
Can I leave my WLS surgery person at home? Will that work?
Well, you know, the funny thing, Liz, is lots of times, I mean, Bridget is so much a part of this community, people don't even think of her as a non-WLSer anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, same with Tanya and John. John's like one of us. So.
Yeah.
So Monica, I would say some people do occasionally. I mean, there are people like Scott's wife, Bridget, and Tanya's husband, John, and I can't think of who else, but people who have sort of just become part of the community. Who? Sorry, I forgot. I'm getting an echo on you. Are you guys hearing that?
We're not hearing it. No.
No, I don't hear it.
Margaret Lewis says she wishes her kitty was cuddly like Dale Cooper. But anyway, some people take their spouses. A lot of times what's going to happen is you're going to want your spouse there because it's more comfortable for you, and then you're going to want to go hang with everybody. So just make sure your spouse is either comfortable hanging with these people he or she doesn't know, or is okay on their own, would be my suggestion.
Or that they're interested in it, because there's a lot of panels around surgery and they might get sick. I mean, I've had surgery, no offense, but I get sick of listening to the panels. I'd rather just go hang out with people. So it's all about what they're interested in.
Well, and the other thing I would suggest is if you are bringing your spouse, get them plugged in with the people that you watch and the people that you interact with online. And that way they know people when they go and they're not just going cold.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't ask you in advance, Scott, but do you have the inside the WLS questions? I can get them if you don't. I can find them real quick if you don't.
I'm sure I have them somewhere, Liz.
So, Christian, while Scott's looking for the inside the WLS, is there anything else you want to tell him? Well, what's your biggest tip for people who are just starting out on this journey?
Well, I would say track everything. Like me journaling or using MyFitnessPal helped me the most, because at 5 years out, I'm like, what did I eat in the beginning? And I can go back and look, because you run out of food ideas. And I would say getting to the gym, like I probably didn't lift weights enough. I did straight cardio, and I should have lifted weights because I feel like I lost all my muscle. So going to the gym, but also lifting weights. I avoided it and just did Zumba all day. So, you know, kind of doing a little bit of everything. But I also say, you know, staying on track until goal if possible, because, you know, as much as I love alcohol and sweets, that does hinder it. So I would say just be as strict as you can, because the honeymoon is over before you know it, and then you're 5 years out wishing you could go back.
Yep.
But Christian, I mean, you look gorgeous, and you've looked gorgeous every time I've seen you.
Thank you.
Just saying.
I can always tell when I gain weight, because my face starts getting round, and I'll start looking at pictures like, because we went to Nashville actually last New Year's with Tanya and Gracie and Lacey for New Year's Eve, and that's when I got back and I looked at the pictures. I was like, oh, enough. It's time to. So I kind of, I go up and down. I think we all do. It's a daily, yearly struggle. It never changes. So it's just knowing your cutoff point as to how much you're going to allow yourself to gain before you've had enough.
Okay, I don't get this. Spring Bishop is on here. Hi, Spring. And she just posted alcohol, ! I'm not sure what that means.
That's all she heard me say was alcohol.
But hey, Spring.
All right, I found him now.
Okay, awesome.
All right, Christian. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I would like to have your most honest and immediate answer.
And if you lie, we will.
You will know, right? Jim will tell on me. He knows the truth.
That's right. Okay. So the first question is, what is your favorite word?
I would say whatever. Everything I say is whatever. My email is even whatever.
Your email is whatever? That's
yeah, right. It's whatever, Chris. I have a little pillow hanging on my door that says whatever.
All right. What is your least favorite word?
Oh, traffic. I have road rage, and if I hear there's traffic, I just lose it.
Okay. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
I would say traveling and photography. Like, I'm obsessed with traveling and just seeing things and doing stuff. Like, I could literally just, if I won the lottery, you'd never see me again. I would travel the entire world. Like, it's my obsession.
Yeah, me too. What turns you off?
Oh God, that's a long list of things. Let's go with whiny. Like I'm a supervisor at work, and I swear I have a bunch of whiny ass grown adults that like I feel like I'm babysitting grown adults. So whiny, complaining, negativity.
Before I started my own business, I was like in charge, and it's like, okay, the only way I can go any farther is to have more people work for me, and it is like running a fucking adult daycare center.
It really is. And like now we've got like a bunch of young, no offense to the younger generation, but there's a lot of them that just come straight out of school thinking we're supposed to like pay them at the top of their pay range, and they're just negative, whiny, like I can't go with it.
I agree.
All right. What's your favorite curse word?
Fuck. If you know me, that's about every word out of my mouth.
Yeah. Fuck, whatever.
Yeah, fuck, whatever, yeah.
So much in common.
Right.
Only I wish Jim would come cook for me.
I know. I'm going to start pimping them out. Maybe, I'll make more money that way.
That's right. Okay. What sound or noise do you love?
Oh, I would say like the ocean, waves crashing. I love being on the beach in the ocean. Yep. Seagulls, all that like sounds that go with the ocean.
What sound do you hate?
Oh, my dog. When I come home, now that I got two of them, they're so jealous of one another. The bigger one like barks so loud it like echoes, and I suffer from migraine, so I just want to like strangle him every time I come to the door. I'm like, stop.
Yep. All right. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Oh, what's that lady? Samantha Brown, I think her name, the travel host. Like she gets paid to just travel the world and tell you reviews about hotels and food and traveling. I would love that. Yeah,
that'd be awesome. What profession would you not like to do?
Ooh, there's a lot of them. Anything outside. Like I do not do well with heat, and I do not do well with extreme cold. So I would say anything outdoors or anything involving trash or porta potties.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. And the last question is, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Oh, well, considering my dad recently joined the pearly gates, I would hope that he would tell me to come on in, that my family and my dad is waiting for me.
Yeah.
So, Jim said something funny. Duh.
Exactly.
Said, traveling and photography are code for her husband, just saying.
Yeah, his feelings are hurt because I didn't say him. Oh, I'm sorry.
And you guys just like give a shout out to my cat, who is like the most affectionate, sweet cat.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Sweet. And Spring Bishop texted me that she's already been drinking, so that's why she posted.
Yep.
Yeah, I think every Naked Truth show I've been on, I have drank. So this is my first one non-drinking.
Well, it's really funny. I posted a meme on Instagram earlier in the week where it said, because I drink, like Tanya and I drink whiskey, bourbon, and people always make fun of me for that. And I said, and the meme was like something like, girls who drink whiskey tell good stories or something. And Kim of the long name, wave catcher.
Long name. Just make it Kim long name.
Kim long name had commented and said, you should do a Sunday vlog where you're drinking whiskey. I'm like, have you never watched The Naked Truth?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's pretty much every Naked Truth.
That's pretty much every night. But anyway, so we're going to be on hiatus for 2 weeks because next Sunday is Christmas. The following week is New Year's. And then after that, we will probably have some really interesting people, but I do not know who they are.
You're on the hunt for them.
I know I have a whole list of people. We'll actually have Dr. Weiner. Hopefully we'll have Carney Wilson on. Jen Larson, who is the author, who had DS and is an author, is going to come back on. We're going to have Jennifer Bleacher on, but I just have to get all this stuff scheduled, which I haven't done. But so everybody have a really amazing holiday. Christian, thank you for coming on and being.
Thank you for having me.
And you look lovely. And you guys should come visit me because I'm like a mile from the beach. There's a room here.
Well, it's again that anytime we fly to California, and it's almost like us flying to Portland, his family's probably getting offended because we're on the West Coast and we're not coming to see.
I'm pretty far away from where they are. So
yeah, they're like an hour north of San Francisco. So.
All right, Scott, thank you. You guys have a great holiday as well.
Thank you. Everybody have a Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
All right, bye.